So let's get started back. A small intermission, you know. So this is First Maccabees 8, start at 6. Oh, also that Antiochus, the great king of Asia, that came against them in battle, having 120 elephants, with horsemen and chariots and very great army, was discomfited by them, which you know that is Antiochus the Great. And how they took him alive and covenanted that he and such as reigned after him should pay a tribute, a great tribute, and give hostage, that which was agreed upon. And when you go to the first chapter in Maccabees, it tells you that he was a hostage at Rome. So this is First Maccabees 1 verse 8. 1 to 10, Salakia. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been an hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. Just to prove the point, say he was a hostage at Rome.
Rome was a developing power. See, because Rome was a developing power. Because the terminology called the line in the sun, it was when Antiochus set forth to fight against the Ptolemies, right? And what Rome did was, because Rome and the Ptolemies was forming a pact, because in the First Maccabee 8 you just read, so that he was ruling Asia, because Asia is actually up north of Israel, of Damascus. Yeah? Asia wasn't like over China today. That was up in Asia. You have Asia Minor and you have Asia Major. You understand? So what happened is that Antiochus, when he set forth to fight against the Ptolemies, see Rome, I forgot his name, that draw the line in the sun. I don't know if you can.
Yeah, circle.
Yeah, right. And say if you basically step over this line, seeing you basically is at war with Rome, because I said Rome was a developing power at the time. See, that's the reason why it was called the Greco-Roman Empire, because Rome, it basically is a merger with Greece. You understand? It was a merger. But the Greek Empire was dwindling. You understand at the point? So that's the reason why, you know. Continue.
But as I said, I will jump in it again. This is verse 8. And the country of India and Media and Lydia and of the goodliness and countries which they took of him and gave to the king Hymenaeus. Moreover, all the Grecians are determined to come and destroy them.
Alright, going into the Fourth Macedonian War, 150 to 148 BC, it says, in response, the Achaean League in 146 BC mobilized for a new war against Rome.
And the reason because of this is because Rome defeat Philip V, and I come more in a Greek territory. And his same allies which was one time allies with Rome, turn now, so they have a fight against Rome. Continue, Rome.
Says this is sometimes referred to as the Achaean War and was noted for its short duration and its timing right after the fall of Macedonia. Until this time, Rome had only campaigned in Greece in order to fight Macedonian forts, allies or clients. Rome's military supremacy was well established, having defeated Macedonia and its vaunted phalanx already on 3 occasions, and defeating superior numbers against the Seleucids in Asia.
Alright, so basically, Daniel 7 verse 7 says it beat the residue with defeat. So right, so it shows say them take down Philip V, them take down his son Pergasus, them beat Hannibal in the Punic Wars, them beat Antiochus the Great.
Which let me make an interjection. What really happened to Hannibal was Hannibal Barca, which means lightning. Hannibal Barca, actually he was mightier than Rome at the time, because Hannibal was a chick. But what really defeated Hannibal was the fact that he had to go over the mountains in them snows and stuff, and most of the soldiers died.
Yeah.
You understand? Because at that time it was not given for Rome to fall, because Rome was supposed to be that major power when the Lord came on the scene. So
at one point, remember Hannibal they ruled from Fame space in Spain, you know, and them reached down to the Roman gates, you know. But at that time the Romans sent them army over to his homeland, which is Carthage. So that made them withdraw them forces for help the forces over there in their homeland.
See, what brothers have to understand is that, see, this was predestined because in the same Daniel, it tells about the different beasts. And Rome had to be that powerhouse before the Lord come. You understand? That's the fourth beast where the Lord, scripture tell you that a stone graven without hands is going to break that statue. You understand? And the last one was Roman. Seeing? Go ahead.
So this is back in 9, moreover, all that the Grecians are determined to come and destroy them, and that they, having knowledge thereof, sent against them a certain captain, and fighting with them slew many of them, and carried away captive their wives and their children, and spoiled them, and took possession of their lands, and pulled down their strongholds, and brought them to their servants unto this day. It was told him besides how they destroyed and brought under the dominion all other kingdoms and isles, which mean islands, that at any time resisted them, but with their friends and such as allied upon them, they kept enmity. And that they had conquered kingdom both far and nigh, in so much as all that heard of them, their name, were afraid of them. Also, that whom they would help to a kingdom those reign, and whom again they displace. Finally, that they were greatly exalted, yet for all this none of them wore a crown or was clothed in purple to magnify themselves thereby. And that
is a democratic system.
and that is the diversity between Rome and all the other kingdoms that were before it. All kingdoms had what? Kings.
A monarch. You understand? Rulers based off of your father. You know, you as a king, then your son get the lineage. But Rome is different, and it tell you, I think it's the same chapter, it tell you that it have a senate house. You understand? The two party in Rome was the
Flavians, them and the Patricians.
And the Patricians, yeah?
Which go back to the same thing we see in America, Democratic and Republican. The Patricians, them would be the so-called wealthy in society.
Exactly.
And the Democrat, them would be the plebeians, the so-called lower class of society.
And another thing, just brief interjection, you have to understand that America is revised Roman Empire. See, because Rome have a senate house, you know, and they had a president as well, you know, Caesars, you know, that's where it really come from. But they had a shadow government same way. You understand? They had a shadow government just like how you have the banking elites now. See, it's just history repeating itself all over again. See, that's the reason why we know that this is the modern Roman Empire or the revised Roman Empire.
No new thing under the sun.
No new thing under the sun, bro. Huh?
So it said, moreover, all they had made for themselves a senate house, wherein 320 men sat in council, daily counseling always for the people, to the end they might be well ordered, and that they committed their government to one man every year, just like America, every term, them committed them government to one man.
4 years.
Yeah, that term.
Yep.
Can?
So that's, hey, don't forget, that's the reason why one of them, they had to kill Julius. It was Julius Caesar first, right? Julius Caesar was going about conquering, man, seeing to the point where the Senate house was threatened by Julius, because this man was not walking in the ways of the Senate house.
I must say, man look like I'm going to be a dictator.
Exactly. You say, oh, this man will become a dictator because the power we have, because Julius Caesar was actually at the front of the battle. See, and being a king and being at the front of the battle, that means that he's a top man. He's not like now where, you know, you just order, you know, you need to go there. No, he was at the front of the battle. See, I think I stab him,
Yeah, man.
kill him, you know, and stab him, kill him. See, as Rome, even though Rome was becoming a great superpower, it was divided, man. You understand? The one that ruled the most, the Caesar that ruled the longest in Rome was Augustus Caesar. And he had ruled for, I think it was 42 or 43 years. You understand? Everybody else ruled a short season. Because it was 12 Edomite Caesars, man. Everybody else after that was actually Jake, like Marcus Aurelius,
yeah, after them you have also the seven good kings.
Right.
Then after that you have the syrup, we always bring up the name.
Severus, man.
Isn't it go straight back down till when we have Constantine
come right down. Because that was the Holy Roman Empire, yeah, which is different from the Roman Empire. Because that was the, from then it was Jake that was ruling. Wicked niggas, because for the most of them was wicked niggas, because they followed the ways of Rome. They didn't say, okay, let us set up the construct of Israel. You understand? They followed the ways of Rome. See, but not to straight far from the point. Go ahead.
Jumping back into 16, and that they committed their government to one man every year who ruled over all their country, and that all were obedient to that one, and that there was neither envy nor maliciation and emulation among them. And just to prove that America come back with that same system all over again, that America is the new Rome. This is Revelation 13 verse 11.
Check the buildings, all them design them buildings with the arches and the pillars and the gargoyles, which go back to Greece and Rome, because as I said before, at one point it was called the Greco-Roman Empire, because basically it's the same people. It's just a transfer of power into Rome from Greece, because Greece, they were fighting. If you can research the 6 Roman wars, yeah, 6 Roman wars, and it will tell you. You understand? Check America. Check the terminologies. The Black's Law Dictionary. It's Latin term, and Rome. The language of Rome was what? Was Latin. Seeing the word bicep and tricep and all these words they use on the body, and penis and vagina. All these things are Latin words. You understand? You go into their court of law. The laws that you're being judged by are Roman laws. You understand? It's not American laws. It's not English laws. You know, it's Roman laws. Everything that they do is to mimic Rome. They do very dollar. You understand? It's to mimic Rome. That's the reason why we know that, look, this society will not last, because it's the same goddamn thing. It's the same way Rome spread their military thin. It's the same way the US is spreading their military thin. All these things they have in common, man. Same scripture.
Same. So, I watch a documentary, and it shows the forefathers them look to Rome, how them even structure them constitution, and them some they see it. So we know so them get them basis off of the Roman philosophies. So this is Revelation 13 verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he speak as a dragon. Go back in them draconian laws there. You see them their policies. But why it's a 2 lamb? Because people them look on the Republican and Democrat, they don't see no harm from them. You see me? That means them come as a lamb, but them come with deceptive words.
Yeah, they're in bed together, you know.
Because as the elder said, you see me? And the same beast.
It's the
same beast, it just have 2 hands. We are play against each other. You see?
Governed by the shadow government. Same thing that we have been saying, you know.
And going at more, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, which is Rome. And caused the earth and them which dwelleth therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed, which is Rome. Rome deadly wound healed right now, which is the rebirth. That's why when I go in Daniel 7, we tell about that look arm, will speak many blasphemous words, which is America. Because America is Rome all over again, whether you believe it, yes or no. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of man. And how them do that? First time them do that was the Manhattan Project with them nuclear bomb. And got out to Japanese them over there.
Not nuclear. It was atomic. Earth's Covina. and Slovakia and those places when NATO really bombed the shit out of them. See, and then to basically get it even more perfect, Little Boy and Fat Man in Japan, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And then after that they tested a bomb by the name of Castle Bravo in the 1950s. You understand? And then from the Castle Bravo they tested a couple more that they come up with until they have come up with the nuclear weaponry, the nuclear capabilities, you know, that the brother is reading about. And basically that's a miracle, man. See, because even when they dropped the Little Boy and Fat Man and Hiroshima and Nagasaki, even Russia, the bear, had to crawl back in their shell. You know?
And you're open eye muscle.
Yeah.
You said, I will come let this world and drop the bomb.
Hiroshima and Nagasaki, yeah? See? And these men are the devil, man. See, in 2 Thessalonians, the scripture call them what? The son of perdition, man. See? Because even among themselves they are divided, yeah?
So the kingdom divided against itself shall not stand.
Yeah?
So this is Revelation 13 verse 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
And speaking about miracles, man, you see the Apostle Gabar, if I'm not mistaken, going to the exoskeleton unit that basically can make you walk, being a lame, and all these things. These are miracles, man. You know, to be here using this device.
You remind
to him because Jake ignorant. This is a miracle, you know, to most people.
Even the thing where Elon Musk come out with what they are telling about Neuralink, Neuralace. So right now, even them people where can't move them hands, them limbs, they are going to send chip over in them head, can send signal to your hands, you can move what now.
And they actually do it already. They test it already. And the only thing is that they are going to try and make it more perfect, you know. So these men are basically seated in the seat of God, showing himself that he is God, you know. Saying it as the Lord said, only he who let it will know let until he be taken out of the way. Because this iniquity, the mystery of iniquity that already work. And they're the ones that crucified the Lord Yahushua. You know, the Romans. Because when the Lord came, it was Rome that was in power. You know, it was Rome that was in power. See, go back to the scripture.
As it tells you in Revelation 20, say after the devil get loose, I'm going to go forward, go deceive the nations in the four quarters of the earth. Right now that transpire in front of the eyes, but who can see? That's why the scripture says, who have believed our report. Because the Lord rise up prophets to go out there, go feed them with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, as it is written in Jeremiah 3, verse 15. But who are going to believe these young men who them sit on the highways with beards on them face, holding up Bible, declaring the truth?
The scripture says a teacher shall not be
hide in the morning corner.
It was called the Treaty of Rome.
So EU get formed.
EU get formed the League of Nations, man. The Treaty of Rome. Yeah, that's how America become the revised Roman Empire, man. The Treaty of Rome. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, even Selassie, you know, was a part of the person that write the charter for the Leagues of Nations, man. See, which is the same Treaty of Rome. Hey, the history go wide, bro. There's a whole lot of history. See, and Esau knows this history. That's the reason why when they come to the camp, they know they can't really go toe-to-toe with the Israelites. You know, especially the men of great stone, starting from the apostles on down and brothers that teach likewise like man of valor, so on and so forth, because they know that these histories are true. And it is there on the internet for you to go and research and see and confound them. You know, the treaty. Why would you call it the Treaty of Rome? You know, if it's not Rome you're dealing with.
Them change the name now.
They might change the name.
I'm going at history, I have to go far in history to see it, but them change the name now.
Change the name.
Yeah, them change the name now. You see? There's a saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which are the deadly bull by a sword and did live.
And that image is the system, man.
Gone.
So they're going to create this revised Roman system and they're going to do it their way. So, in other words, now, let's bring back Rome according to how Rome was stated. And then we're going to move from that structure into a more perfect structure by bringing a new world order. So we're going to use the old world See, okay, the first thing they call here the New World. Back when back in the time of Christopher Columbus, they call over here the New World. So the New World was designed to fail, to enforce a new world. You understand? And in this new world, we're gonna create certain policies. Like you notice they're pushing Vision 2030. You know,
the guys of
sustainable development. Yeah. You know, so we're gonna destroy the old world to bring forth a new world, because these things are key. These things are prophecy, man. See? And in this new world, we're gonna introduce a perfect way of living, a perfect life. And we're gonna achieve it by means and ways of technology. You understand? So, because they knew, the elites knew that the structure of ancient Rome couldn't last. And it's the same way the money failed. And it's the same way the money is dying now. But this was by design to bring forth like the microchip, which is the mark of the beast. And that is that system that the brother just read about. You know, and if you don't follow this system, oh, you're a threat. You know, you become an enemy of the state. You know? So it's either you're with this thing or you're not with this thing.
So there might be red list and the
blue list and a yellow list, exactly, see?
So we're going to read out who on the red list and now. So this is verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Check such as vaccine. If you don't give your child a vaccine, you can go to prison for that.
No, you can't go to school.
You can't go to school. You know, you can be locked up and certain benefits. So through craftiness, they use what the word I'm looking for? Goodies to basically trap our people.
Which is subtlety.
Subtlety. Certain legislations are then passed. You know, all these things are there for the enslavement of our people even more. See, you have to understand the nature of this goddamn devil, man. See, this man is a devil that the scriptures speak about. You know, there's no getting around it. The image of the beast, it is speaking. No, what is really speaking now is this new system that they are trying to force upon the people of the world.
And I might use climate change to push that agenda.
Exactly. Oh, global warming. You know? You got a scripture? Yeah. Read about question.
Daniel 8:25, it says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand.
He shall be broken. Because, see, that show that after Rome, there won't be any other empire. You know, people they say, no, it's the Chinese next, oh, it's the Indian next, because the economy is growing. And no, he shall be broken without hands. We show that Edomites, if you deal with the scriptures, you would know that the Edomites are the Romans back in the ancient time. You understand? So the Edomites is the last ones to rule. So if you're saying that the Arabs are Edomites, then why are we prophesying them? Because
why are not the Arabs ruling?
Really, yeah. This would be the end. And the scripture doesn't speak of the Arabs ruling then Esau. He tell you that
Esau is
the end of the world. And he say, he might go bound them for 1,000 years, and afterwards he might go lose a little season.
And we not the little season.
And we not the little season, and this little season is about to come to an end.
First thing, from we wake up, everything will come
down.
End.
Exactly.
Once Jacob start rise,
Esau will go down. Exactly. That's what we call it Esau. I see Esau sitting on a seesaw. Seesaw do what? One go and one go down.
And that spiritually we grabbing the heel.
The heel and pulling them out of the... And it's going to be literal. You know? As the Lord say, after him I go send fishers, then after that he will send the hunters, man. See?
So continue, Revelation 13 verse 16. And he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark.
Yeah, we've been going through what is the mark, you know.
Continually.
It's not white man. One time Johanna used to teach that the mark of the beast is white woman. You know, you sleep with white women, they got the mark of the beast. It's not an embargo, it's not Christianity. See, it's not St. John 3:16, according to what Zabak is saying. It's not Stockholm Syndrome, according to what Johanna is saying. The mark of the beast is the RFID microchip. In Europe they call it NFC, Near Field Communication. You understand? That is the, and when somebody asks you what is the mark of the beast, you're not supposed to be stuttering like, you know, yeah, exactly. Yo, the mark of the beast is the microchip. And this microchip was going to be instated under the Roman Empire. The revised Roman Empire. The part of the feet that was mixed with miry clay and iron. It was that time it was going to be instituted, man. See? Because it was that time the Lord is going to come in and break the statue, the image. It tell you that if you receive that mark, you're going to be burned in the presence of the angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Isn't that what the scripture said? And this is the time of the mark of the beast being pushed. So, hey.
Elon Musk, let's say, in the year 2020, they're going to have enough people. I'm going to put that chip there and then tell us the first person they are going to run for this are them people that were lame, have disabilities. Enough of them people that can move them on again. But right now in the army, remember enough man go war and enough of them man have chip already. Because them have them test subject, them tell us them test them for rats and all of these things. But them have human trial what them do. So they know say these technology already work already. They just implement them to start getting implemented. That's why we have an ID 2020. We don't tell everybody, so everybody's supposed to have an ID by the year.
If not to cut you, I think I sent it in the book, maybe you see it. I don't know how serious it is or how true it is. There's a thing that come out that the government out here is saying that the new ID, the NIDS, they're going to start push it from November the 4th, 2019. So people with the old ID, they can come in and get the new ID. See, which we know that this ID is under the framework of the same system. You understand?
So those will gather the information. And that no man might buy or sell save either at the mark or the name of his beast or the number of his name. So right away we get to say buying, trading, tying with the mark of the beast. So which technology is capable to do that? Right now when we study the RFID microchip, we know say it is a thing we can gather information and store information on. It's a semiconductor which will transfer information and receive information. So we understand, so this is going to be what your monetary system. We see we are going to go to the supermarket. Because right now if you're going to China under them social credit system, them don't even use cash. Them have apps like WePay and AliChat where them use them phone and buy all of them goods. Literally right now you have Amazon Go where you can literally walk into the store, take up things and walk out. And everything come back to you about your account. Them literally drive to your account. So we see the system and the structures being implemented. That's why we out there as watchmen, as the Lord tells us in Ezekiel 3:17, He set us up upon the towers to look for see what going and go report to the people then. Prepare them for the day of battle. So we can't give one unfamiliar sound and tell them say the chip, the mark of the beast is our embargo. We can't tell them about Sunday worship. We have to tell you what it is according to the scriptures. Because the brother said we're going at the mark countless time. We tell us the word go back to a karagma, which means stamp or imprint. And when you go down into round B, it tells us a carve, and in order for you to carve something, you have to cut it. When you go back to the word karagma, you go to the word karax, which means peel, you see me? And when you look up that peel, the peel is the instrument used to cut the skin to insert the RFID microchip. Gone. And when you go back to that word karax, you go to grapho, meaning letters, you see me, information was supposed to be recorded or not to be forgotten. The RFID microchip capable of all of that technology. So it said, here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. And we'll go through this countless time, and that last 6 go back to stigma. And when you look up that means cutting in the body. So I'm going to just read out the judgment for who received this mark. This is Revelation 14 verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast, or his image, and receive his mark in their forehead, or in their hand, or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angel and in the presence of the Lamb. And that I talk about the nuclear blast plus the fire from the chariots, man. And that is the judgment of the Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You can go read Isaiah 66 and 15. So the Lord will come back with him chariot like a whirlwind, man. To what?
When there's anger with fury of flames, fire, man.
So I hope this was edifying to the brothers out there, isn't it? So with that, we say Kalalal, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Yahushai, Shalom.
Shalom.